stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for low. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. He's that liner on the grass, spin it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Besham, I'm on Flat Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at college, let them go. Then it's right back to the window low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kicking flavor with me, neighbor, yeah, we local. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, I would rather be, yeah. Broke, real feel, little rich. Fall in love with her, she just wanna be in VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, they just shame me. Had to get it, how I got it, on my own 2 feet. Don't blame me, I'm what the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same, man.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Dirty soda, treat me like a stain, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah.
On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Chargers going up against the Chiefs. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium. A few moments ago, the emotional leader of the Chiefs defense, Eric Berry, making his way out of the tunnel. He and his mates will get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their QB, the former number 10 overall pick in the draft from Texas Tech, Patrick Mahomes.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run again with Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
There goes a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 2nd down. Play action. They'll throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Now back to throw. He's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down at the 28. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw here. And to the right side here, it's Allen. A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. Well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran the entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was everywhere.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what the Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of. The football, before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Mahomes now to throw. And some room to work. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away. For the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to. To be.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
looking to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. His throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to air it out deep for Emmett. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles Harris in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdowns. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And look out. I think he's going to go. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2. Remaining here before we get to halftime. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Blue Niners!
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He's going to loft one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Chiefs have been solid in the secondary to this point. The Chargers have struggled to throw the football 2 straight weeks, so that's something they'll try to fix in the second half. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Now midway through the second, Harris is able to zero.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go!
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
No, check, Patriot!
On second down, Hill. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now third down. That's a microcosm of how it's gone for their rushing game so far this year. 29th in the league on the ground.
Yeah, it's a great illustration of what we're seeing because these problems go back to the offensive line. You can't give guys free access to your backfield. Can't let these free runners come and get them because free runners turn into free hitters.
Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On first down, Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Hunt. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of.
And he's going to be swallowed up. sacked back at the 45-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do in certain...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's Williams on the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they give this time to the tailback. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll drop the throw. And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. Second down, 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The play clock's running down. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Green 39! Green 39!
Mahomes to throw once more. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, the team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the I. From the 4, it's second and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Chiefs now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They run for it with Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for low. Ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that liner on the grass, spin it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Bishop, I'm on Flat Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at Follies, let them go. Then it's right back to the window low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kicking flavor with me, neighbor, yeah, we local. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, I'd rather be, yeah. Broke, real, little rich. All in love with her, she just wanna be in VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, they just shame me. Had to get it, how I got it on my phone to be. What the game made me, not what the fame made me. I won't let it change me, I'm the same, man.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Dirty soda, treat me like a stain, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah.
On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, let it, yeah. Halo on me, Saint Laurent,